So straight to the point, guys. The bad guy is the guy who gets her turned on, gets her wet, horny, without even having to do anything, without buying her something, without taking her out to eat, holding her door open for her, telling her how beautiful she is, which is nothing wrong with that. The bad guy does that too. But that what I'm saying is the bad guy pretty much doesn't have to do anything to get in her good graces, to get her turned on, to get her to want him physically. Or as opposed to the nice guy, aka the simp, he has to take her out to eat, pay for the meal, hold her door open, treat her like a queen, be a real gentleman. Um, can't even mention anything sexual, ask her anything sexual. Um, don't even think about having sex or touching her in a sexual way until she does it first, or she actually, you guys have a conversation, she actually gives you those signs. Again, the bad guy right away, he's going to get those signs. A woman can't control herself. Even the so-called good girl, the so-called girl who waits for a relationship before she gives it up, she's not going to be able to control herself. Her first time being out with that bad guy, she's going to be very loose and very touchy, can't keep her hands off of him. And these bad guys are handsome. They're handsome, attractive dudes. They have nice physiques like myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women get around me trying to just win. My tripod starting to mess up. I want to come outside though, because you know what I'm saying, I'm a fall baby. But anyways, man, a woman get around me, she can't keep her hands off my shoulders, off my biceps, my arms, my legs, everything. And that's the real difference, guys. That's the real difference. If a woman gives you a hard time and she's mean to you for no reason, or she's very direct with you, it's because she sees you as a nice guy, aka a simp, you know? And that's why as a man you have to work on your physique. You have to become the best version of yourself. You have to figure out what hairstyle works for your face, you know? As far as you having a beard and facial hair, as a man, you always want to get a skincare routine. You don't want any acne, any dark spots. You want to try to get some type of serum to lighten up those dark spots. You want a nice, smooth face, work on your jawline. That's why physique matters, and getting in the gym and making sure that your body fat is low, but at a healthy, not too low where it's going to harm you. You know what I'm saying? Healthy body fat where your jawline shows if you don't have facial hair, you know, because these type of things where you don't have to do too much. You don't have to do too much to get in a woman's good graces. The so-called bad guy, the Tyrones, the Pookies, these guys look good. If they don't have the best looking face, they have a good physique, either or, if not both. And the so-called nice guy, aka simp, he doesn't have any of that. He doesn't have any of that, and he knows it. So he knows he has to go the extra mile and treat a woman like a so-called queen. No woman is a queen. Black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever they are, no woman is a queen. I don't care what they tell you, okay? But at the end of the day, these nice guys, these simps, they have to treat women like they are to get some type of play, to get attention, to get affection, to get in a woman's good graces, to even try to get some box. A lot of times these nice guys go the extra mile and do all these extra things, and they don't even get the box. They had a good night, took a woman out. This may be the third or fourth date. They walk her to the door, and she don't invite you in. You may get a kiss on the cheek, but you're not coming inside, literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men have wasted a lot of money, and money you can get back. But the main thing is time. A lot of nice guys have wasted too much time on women and have gotten nowhere. They intended on getting into a serious relationship, possibly one day building a family, seeing this woman as your wife. And she pretty much gave you the runaround. You feel used. You feel used up and thrown away. She used you for dinner dates. She used you to make her feel good, about herself, all the compliments and the gifts, whether that's roses or, what I'm saying, whether that's chocolates on Valentine's Day, or her favorite thoughtful snack or meal, buying her a purse, whatever these guys did. They feel like they were used because they did all this and they didn't get anywhere. You know, what she did use you. She was screwing Tyrone, the quote unquote bad guy. She was giving him the box and you didn't get nothing. And Tyrone didn't have to do nothing but just be himself. Just be himself. It's a little chilly, guys. We have to take this inside. And this is honestly what women won't tell you guys. They're not going to tell you this. They're just they're gonna treat you the way they want to treat you, and then they're gonna defeat you. It's literally that simple. So a lot of guys either need to step away from the dating scene or lower their standards. But most of the time, it's best to just stay away from the dating scene and work on yourself, because even these overweight women, even these women who are not eights and nines, they're more on a 3-4 side. They think they're eights or nines. They're gonna treat a nice guy like crap, even though they're lucky to even get a nice guy in their presence. You know, a lot of these women are full of themselves when they don't even look as good as they think they are to men, you know? And a lot of these women are gonna end up single and need to humble themselves. But you being a nice guy, AKA simp, you don't let them do that, you know? You see them for more than what they see themselves. And that's the biggest problem. If you see a woman as a queen and she don't even see herself as a queen, you doing all this extra stuff, you simping, you trying to get in her good graces. When she finally realizes that you're the best that she can get, she's going to treat you like crap. And a lot of guys going to say that doesn't make sense. Why would she treat me like crap if I've been treating her so good and I'm trying to show her her worth? Well, that's because you should never have to do that as a man. As a man, you should never chase a woman. It's simple as letting a woman know she's attractive and she's supposed to do the rest. It's literally that simple. And that's what the quote unquote bad guys do. Whether that's at the workplace, whether that's at the gym, whether that's in public, at their local grocery store. These bad guys are up front with these women, man. They have confidence. They walk with their head high, their chest up, and they let a woman know, you know what I'm saying? I find you attractive. What's up? And if a woman is not interested, if she's given the runaround, if she's playing hard to get, they walk away and they don't even think twice about it because they know there's plenty more fish in the sea. That's the difference between nice guys and bad guys. Nice guys think it's all about the chase. It's all about the pursue. It's all about growing on a woman. You should never have to grow on a woman. Ever. Within the first conversation with a woman that you don't know, a woman's gonna know whether she's attracted to you, whether she would sleep with you, whether she could see her, whether she could see herself giving you a chance, whether she sees you as an option. It never should take 3-4 conversations, weeks, months of texting, you know, and then she says, oh, I kind of take them serious. No, those weeks of texting, those weeks, months of texting and conversations, she's screwing somebody else and she's weighing her options. You should never let a woman weigh her options and let you sit in the background and you be her last resort. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it be. She's screwing other dudes, giving them the box, playing hard to get with you. You taking her out on dates, you treating her with respect, you know, and you ain't getting no box. And she's giving it up. And then once she finally decides to take you serious, you getting used up, leftover box. Now, let's be real. A lot of these women are not virgins when you get with them. No, they're not virgins. But a lot of the times, man, these women are getting their backs blown out. Let's talk about it, man. These women are getting their backs blown out by these bad guys. And you getting used up, dried up box a lot of the times that can't even get wet, stay wet, or that's not even tight. It's just feeling too loose, you know? And the thing is, these women, they tell these bad guys that they're talking to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't keep that from these bad guys because they know these bad guys don't care. They just want the box anyway. These women know they're being used by these bad guys for just their body, just their box. But they tell them, like, yeah, I'm talking to so-and-so. He treats me nice. He treats me well. And the reason why they do this is because the bad guy is the one that they want to become the nice guy, but it's not going to happen. But these women have this delusion in their head. They feel like if they tell the bad guy, yeah, this guy's taking me out, he's treating me nice, he's treating me like a lady, I make him take him serious. They think the bad guy's saying, hold up, I don't want to lose this good box. This is good. This is good. This is good box. This is a good woman. If she decides to take that dude serious, she's going to cut me off. No, that is not how bad guys think that is not how I thought, because I used to be one of those guys until I decided to be faithful, you know what I'm saying, to treat my woman with respect and leave that life behind me and actually grow up and mature. Once you fully grow up and mature as a man, you stop having sex with multiple women. You stop playing women and lying to women and being a player. But yeah, guys, I didn't give a damn when a woman would tell me that she's talking to somebody and possibly gonna take him serious and he's taking her out. She also would tell me that she ain't giving him no box yet, that she's making him wait. And you know what I would do? I would pound it even harder. I would pound it to the point where she'd be like, what's gotten into you? Oh my goodness. I thought it couldn't get no better than this. Yeah. That's what us bad guys would think. That's what the Pookies think. Oh, you talking to somebody else? I'm gonna pound you even harder. I'm gonna pound you so good where you gonna want me to stop. You're gonna say stop. It's too much, it hurt too much. Or I'm gonna make you orgasm 3, 4, 5 times when it used to be just twice. And I would get mines off and it was done. Yes, the Pookies, the Tyrones, the bad guys, they make it worse for you nice guys. They say, all right, well, if she decides to be with this dude, he's going to get some loose box. Because a lot of times these Pookies, these bad guys, man, they are packing. No Diddy, but they are packing. I know me not to brag, but I know I am. I have length and girth. I'll give you guys a perfect example. God is my witness. And it's not to brag. I'm just telling you what it is, trying to help you guys understand. My ex-girlfriend, we were in a 5.5-year relationship, and I actually left her for the woman that I'm currently with now, that we've been together for 12.5 years. But I told her, I said, I don't want to be with you no more. This ain't working out, because I left her for this one that I'm with, that I've been with. And we broke up. And I say about 1.5 to 2 months went by without us speaking. She reached out to me, told me she missed me, and she felt like I cut her out of her life. So we started talking again, and we started messing around. We went to have sex. Now, little did I know. I mean, I don't want to say I was oblivious, because I know all women have needs, but I was her first. I took her virginity, so I didn't think within that 1.5 2 months she would screw somebody else. But she screwed somebody else. And you know what she said the first time when we went to have sex? She said, "You're gonna rip me open. You're gonna rip me open." That's what she said. And you know what that let me know? That let me know that she was messing with guys that weren't packing like me. And that's the thing to prove my point, guys. And then we ended up stop talking again because she was talking to a dude, just like I gave you guys an example, and she dated him exclusively. They're married and they have a child together. But she told me that he had a little penis. She told me his was not as big as mine. But that's what happens, guys. That's what happens, man. These women end up getting with the nice guy, and the nice guy is not packing like you. He's not putting in that work like you. So these nice guys get the nasty leftovers. Freaking spider web. These nice guys get the nasty leftovers after the bad guy just been tearing them down, putting work in. Sometimes, and again, like I said earlier, man, these women are not getting wet, not getting turned on just by the way you look. Just by the way you look as a nice guy. You have to do things. You have to buy them their favorite sweet, or their favorite material item, or take them out to their favorite place, or hold the door open, doing all those extra things to get them wet. When a bad guy just has to be himself. He don't have to spend no money. He don't have to hold the door open. He don't have to call her a queen or treat her like a queen. He don't have to text and have 4 or 5 different conversations with her before they link up and before he gets the cheeks. It's literally that simple, guys. I try to break it down the best way I could for you so you guys can understand. So if you're one of those nice guys, you feel like you aren't getting anywhere, you haven't been getting anywhere, it's time for you to take a step back from the dating scene. Like I said, whether this woman is an 8 or a 9, or whether she's a 4 and thinks she's an 8 or a 9, these women requirements from men be all the same. I don't care what she looks like. I don't care how she's built. I don't care what she's been through. These women really, really only get wet for a guy who looks attractive in the face, attractive in the physique, if not both, have a lackadaisical attitude towards a serious relationship, and don't put in much work, because their physique and their looks speak for itself and the way they carry themselves. So if this video helped you guys, please let me know in the comment section. Also by hitting the like button, either or, if not both. Share this video with somebody who needs to hear it, because I know you may have a homie, a cousin, or somebody who needs to hear this. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. We keep it real on this channel. And check out my next video, man. It's a 2-in-1 day. Catch you next one. Peace and love.